Hey, what's up? It's Rama Mamba, back at it with another video. Today's video is about game dev and beginner tips right from pros, something that I thought would be helpful for people interested in this topic to learn about. Psst! This video is led by my programming server, Game Dev Hut. If you're interested, link is in the description to join. We're almost at 1,000 members. So, backstory, almost a year ago, I started to learn game dev, and many years before that, I started to learn how to program. Recently, I created a Discord server to help beginners learn together, and at the beginning of this LA project, I asked veterans in my server to give some beginner-friendly advice for noobs that they wish that they knew when they just started. So, without further ado, here's what they came up with. Enjoy! The first tip we have is from Crashy204. Crashy says that we shouldn't be embarrassed to switch from project to project, and we shouldn't be afraid of failure. And I can totally attest to this because, as you can see, I have hundreds of projects and many of them aren't even shown here. Most of these projects, I just stopped working on them because I got bored of them or I didn't feel like they were worth continuing after a point. And most of my games are also failures, but I learned a lot and that's what really matters. Next tip is from Just a Normal User, and Just a Normal User says that optimization isn't always everything first, especially if you have to compensate readability for it. He says to use switches instead of if else, and to clean up code every once in a while because code gets dusty. I think this is a great advice because if you can't read your own code, you won't be able to solve the problems that you're having with it. We got another banger of advice from Crashy204 that says, game development can be a job to some, a hobby to others, and don't feel pressured to pick your goal with game development. If you just want to create games for a while, go for it. Don't get stopped by people telling you that it's hard or not a good job. Think about your goals and what you believe game dev could help you with, and what your purpose for making games is. And I think this is a really good advice because sometimes people hear that game devs don't make much money and that it's very hard, but they also don't see that it is one of the funnest jobs you can have. You know, it is super fun, and if it's what you love, then go for it. And my last and final tip for all you future devs, the most important tip that anyone can give you, the smartest advice anyone can tell you, is to scroll down about an inch and hit that subscribe button. It will change your life.